Hi everyone, this is Sencom, and I'm very excited to have Robb Stack here. Robb is a Twitter influencer and a die-hard cosmonaut. Robb, how are you doing today?
Hey Sam, thanks for having me. I'm good.
Great, happy to have you here. Robb, can you give us a short and quick summary of who you are and what are you doing in the Cosmos ecosystem?
So I actually don't consider myself an influencer because I never wanted that basically because my goal was just enjoying the ride, share my thoughts and have fun. And especially on Twitter, all what I wanted was actually raise awareness around Cosmos and be more friendly with people because sometimes most of people it's not very welcoming for their own ecosystem. In fact, in the beginning, beside Twitter, I wasn't very active on Twitter. I actually was very active on Telegram because I was an admin of a Telegram channel that is called the Cosmos Ecosystem.
Mhm.
And over there, I basically just helped people to navigate Cosmos for free for over 1 year. And I was very active, like 8 hours a day or more over there. Just because I feel that Cosmos is amazing. It is an amazing opportunity, not only for financial reason, but also because if we believe in Cosmos, we also believe that will actually be the layer for the new financial system. Because Bitcoin, it's more right now shifting to a form of payment that a financial layer. You can actually, it's difficult to build on Bitcoin. If you start to build on Bitcoin, you're probably going to make a new Ethereum in terms of slow and expensive transaction.
Mhm.
The only possible and sustainable way right now is Cosmos in the landscape of crypto. I heard good things maybe about Near that is quite scalable, but
Mhm.
in terms of sustainability in long term and horizontal scalability, you actually can build your own blockchain and make your specific app. Like if a banks want to make their product, they can make it on their own blockchain. They don't need to build it on Ethereum and basically being subject to the risk of Ethereum. They
Mhm.
can be completely risk free on their own blockchain, connect with everyone. So if you really understand how Cosmos works, it's really difficult to don't see this space as a future. And regarding me, yeah, I basically mostly a community member and just a passionate cosmonauts. And my Twitter got engagement, but I'm basically don't looking for that. I don't make my tweet because I hope that they reach people or make more followers. I don't really care how many followers I have. I just share what I like, and because I did this in the past. I was making a post to engagement as for my real life, and it's not funny at all because it basically broke a lot of your passion because you know that you need to make engagement to also make your work more beneficial, and it's something that I don't want to make on Cosmos, so I just enjoy my time on Twitter and that's it.
Mhm. To be fair, those kind of influencers or Twitter personas are my favorite ones because these clickbaits they do get kind of annoying. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel
Yeah,
like
and there is that terrible engagement, like with the fingers pointed down or that kind of stuff. It's a bit
yeah.
cringy, but I mean, it's fine for them because if they dream to make this as a job and they want to be influencer, I don't see any problem. And good for them. But what I hope is when I see something like that is they make good engagement and don't start to shield project only because you know they probably have some sponsor behind and start to wreck people and because we have a big problem with the influencer in crypto and especially with the hidden advertising because real life influencer now they basically forced to say when something is an advertisement they have to put the hashtag ad,
Mm-hmm.
while in crypto it's still everything hidden, so you really don't know when you read the post of an influencer if it is actually because he's passionate about or it's because he's being paid. And this is something that probably should change and to make people more aware and make less bad investment, because people should be aware when something is a sponsorship or just someone passionate about, because it's a big difference. I mean,
I agree. I agree. Ideally, those two things overlap. So you find a cool project and you can make a deal with them for promotion. That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
we're.
and they're totally free to do it. Absolutely, there is nothing bad, but people should be aware. That's probably the most important
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's what we are trying to do with Uplink because, of course, we try to make deals with projects, but we never try to shill only for the profit. That's.
Yeah. And I think you remember that in beginning I always tagged you and asked people to follow you,
I remember.
because I actually saw that when I see someone that make organic engagement and it's very transparent, I always try to lead people over there, because I know that it's more safe than other account, you know.
Yeah, I agree. And I think there are also multiple types of influencer. You are this persona influencer, and for example, Uplink is more like a town crier, a market screamer.
Mm-hmm.
There's some overlap, but they're also catering to different audiences. And I think it's good to have both kind of influencers because different people are drawn to different things. There are some people who prefer YouTube videos, some prefer to read Twitter threads, some Medium articles. And I think as a Cosmos ecosystem, it's important to have a marketing that is broad in its reach. And I think you're just a part of it, like Uplink is, like CryptoCito is. So yeah.
Yeah, this is something that also Adriana was speaking in the past, how the Cosmos community is different from other communities, because we don't actually have money incentivization for community, basically.
Mm.
But we kind of have it, because if you see staking rewards and airdrop, I mean, that's kind of an incentive to be an active community member, because you actually kind of want to pay back that free gift. I don't see why, if someone receive a 20k airdrop, shouldn't just be silent, I mean, I'm thankful for that, and I will definitely also raise awareness, because that's basically how Cosmos give to the community, and it's something that doesn't happen in any other ecosystem. I mean, you have airdrop on Ethereum, but it's not even close to how fair are the Cosmos ones.
Yeah, I fully agree. And there's even the possibility to build a validator around your community role. I think Cosmos Citizen is doing this very well. They have been doing podcasts for a long time now, and they have an atom
They
validator.
are probably the first podcast in Cosmos. I don't remember someone that came before Cosmos, Citizen Cosmos.
Yeah, that's true. They're diehard cosmonauts. All right, let's get a little bit into your journey. How did you get into crypto? Where did it all start?
So I basically started. I was aware of crypto since probably very early time, but even because my people in my country are still thinking the Bitcoin is a scam, I kinda never got in touch with it, because it was Italy. It's not a friendly country for crypto yet, and even the people, it's not very friendly with crypto.
Do people still think it's a scam?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the meme. If I say to someone of my friend, "Why you don't invest in crypto?" They reply, "It's volatile." They think, "What the? Come on, man! It's volatile. It means also that you can make your life-changing opportunity. It's not volatile only like now, only downside."
Maybe they should
And
invest into the Japanese yen. It's very stable, I heard.
absolutely. They should. They always invest on fiat. I mean, people literally lives their life to accumulate fiat in the bank account. I have a friend that works, in pension, their retirement funds, and basically there is a lot of old people that just basically have done this for all their life. They accumulate fiat, which is crazy, because it's the only asset that basically lose value over time.
Yeah.
And so crypto, it's different, because it allows everyone to enter. you don't have this with gold, you don't have this with silver. If you want to buy a lot of gold, it's not easy at all. The difference around is that people can easily enter or something that has the property of gold, like Bitcoin, or it is a tech like Cosmos. It's a totally different situation than the past, and for this, I see that maybe we will have still some short-term pain, but when people will have to escape fiat, they will definitely go in crypto because that's where they can easily have access.
I agree. Now, you gave some good reasons why you're in crypto, and I agree with them.
I didn't completely answer the question, right? So yeah, I basically it started with COVID for me because my job was basically killed by the COVID, and what I thought when the first thing that I thought when I realized that my job, which was photography and writing, it was the end. I actually started to see an alternative. I not have been, something that no, I want to do this for all my life and I will fight the reality. I just said, okay, now I have to do something else because even if this is my main passion, COVID, it's going to last longer. So if I want to actually survive, I need to do something else. And I quickly thought about trading. And so I basically bought a couple of books about trading and started to read. But during the summer, I said, okay, probably blockchain is actually the future. And what I want to really do before investing in blockchain is study everything that is the tech. So basically, I took all the summer from June to August to study everything about how blockchain works, how the tech works, what are the different layer one. I basically done what people should actually do before investing in crypto, which is understanding the tech, because that's what makes you the difference long term. So in September, I already knew where I wanted to put my money, and I basically went all in first on Bitcoin because I studied also the cycle, and I knew the Bitcoin was the first to ever run. And I also invested in October in Cosmos because I saw Cosmos as probably the most promising on the tech level, even if they didn't have yet IBC. And also I differentiate a lot in many other altcoins just because I still didn't have the complete knowledge of Cosmos yet. And it actually went well because, as you probably know, Cosmos didn't had a great bull market at the start.
Yeah.
Very bad, actually.
Yeah.
So at the peak of the bull market, I actually moved everything to Cosmos. So basically, when the first bull market peaked, because we kind of had two bull market, I actually moved everything to Cosmos. I went full time basically on Cosmos because that's where I see the tech is working and has a future.
So you're one of the guys who are in for the tech,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And what is it specifically that you like about the Cosmos? You said it multiple times. You read a lot about how crypto or how blockchain in general works, the different parts and pieces you have there. And I'm sure you took a good look at other projects too, other ecosystems, Polkadot, Solana, Ethereum. Why
I
Cosmos?
literally, I really don't like when people, start to shit on Cosmos and they didn't even try at the Kepler. It's ridiculous. How can you say something bad about project if you haven't tried? They probably just judging by the price. They say the price is bad. Okay, that's a bad blockchain. No, man, it doesn't work like that. So I basically tried all the wallet. I tried Solid wallet, the terrible Polkadot one that is a nightmare. I don't know how people can still invest in Polkadot after trying that wallet.
Okay.
I tried the Avalanche with the X chain and C chain, I believe. Kind of confusing. So I tried everything, of course, Ethereum and MetaMask. I used it a lot in the first bull run. I spent a lot in gas fees. And when I tried Kepler, I said, wow, I didn't discover this first because as anyone, I started to invest on Cosmos on checks because that's basically how you start. You start with checks,
Mm-hmm.
and fortunately, I moved to Kepler before IBC,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually totally a different level on a scale of UX fast. It's basically they are not even close. I mean, it's like Cosmos is Windows Vista and the other one a Pentium 95. The tech is basically 10 years ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the real scale of things when you try Cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, I knew it that the tech was ahead of its time, and the best things that make me said, okay, I stay in Cosmos. It's the community because the community. I mean, not only the people like me that are investors. I mean, the people that build the Cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see these people, the builders, being so close with plebs like me.
Mm-hmm.
So the great thing is about the Cosmos community, which is the main reason I joined it, is because all the builders, the ecosystem, also the big investor, they are all the same. It's you don't see like in Polkadot, you don't see Kevin Wood joining Telegram and start to chat with people, with the plebs like me every time.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, in Cosmos, you can easily talk with Ethan, you can talk with Jack, you can talk with anyone that is building Cosmos without any problem, and they totally respect and can share your opinion. So, Cosmos as a community is probably the most welcoming one. The tech, you also have an environment that makes people part of that ecosystem. So the community is actually a big engine for all the Cosmos because when people feel welcomed, they start to contribute even for free. Like me, for example, I
Mm-hmm.
basically started from the beginning to contribute to Cosmos for free because I think that people should join this ecosystem because on a tech level, it's just going to disrupt everything because it's so clear when you see ABC and you don't see this anywhere else. I mean, the vision is already clear because in the moment that IBC works, it's endgame for all the other vertical blockchain. Because in the moment you can scale horizontally and any blockchain can build their app, any blockchain is sovereign. So basically, the blockchain can build their business without be a slave of a layer one, like it happens with Polkadot. They basically pay millions for security, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to lock their tokens for something like 2 years. It's insanity. If you only stop to think about it for 10 seconds, it's pure insanity. And the same happens with vertical scalability. You can build on something that works in block production endlessly. On Ethereum, if you build everything and you keep build everything, Ethereum will just keep be more broken like everything layer two.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it works. So the Cosmos vision is actually the ones that is delivering something where you can actually build a financial system.
Yeah.
And that's probably where I want to stand in the long term because I'm basically escaping from the fiat system. So if I want to stay in a safe place, that's probably Cosmos.
And I mean, probably a lot of people are trying to escape fiat right now. I mean, crypto took a big hit in the current macro environment, but nevertheless, I think many people are simply fed up and tired of this constant money printing, the high taxes, their devaluation of what they earn. It feels like a little bit, okay, you have to work for your employee to get money, yet the banks, the central banks, just print money with a push of a button and give it to their friends. You know, it's it's an odd system to say
And
it friendly.
the inflationary system, it's not bad
Yeah.
because at least we have built economy for years on that system, and it it works as intended, but it's actually people that should make their own diligence to save some funds from the inflation, because the system itself it's kinda good, because it wouldn't work for so many times. But the problem is that if you are all in on fiat, you're going to lose. That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So it's probably more about education that the system is bad, because even if you use Bitcoin as a reserve currency, then you will always have someone that has a lot of Bitcoin and can control a lot of the market, and so we kind of have to find a balance between the two systems. So people can easily save some retirement funds entering crypto, and kind of find a balance for me is mostly the future, that for the short term, because long term we can start to think to a decentralized systems more widely, but short term we are probably going for an hybrid solution, that or fiat or crypto. I think it's not the time to say fiat or crypto. It's probably the time where we are going or heading to an hybrid solution, and probably even governments are thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because you can see El Salvador and all the countries that have been killed by inflation. They are looking to have both US dollar and both Bitcoin. They are not looking to have only Bitcoin or only US dollar. They are looking for both, and kind of built this hybrid system, which is probably the best option short term and mid term. And maybe long term, when there is enough education on crypto and blockchain, actually have a system that works. That probably will be Cosmos for many reasons. Then we can actually start to see a different landscape for the economy.
I agree. Yeah, it's kind of interesting what you just said. And I think you're right. The system is too big to just move from fiat, let's call it legacy system, to the decentralized system in just one step. It's way too big
Yeah.
for that. But you're correct to observe that there is a slow shift, or maybe even a fast shift happening from people in the legacy system moving piece by piece into the decentralized system wherever it's convenient. And the first were those who were crushed by this legacy system. And South America is under the boot of the US dollar for a long time. And with El Salvador, they were the first to make the big leap into this hybrid system, what you just said.
The first one will be the one to suffer, because early adopter always have pain.
Yeah,
Basically,
it's true.
What happened with Bitcoin early? If
I mean-
you're an early adopter, you have shorter pain.
Yeah.
That's inevitable.
I mean, why would the USA want to adopt Bitcoin? They have the dollar. I mean, and it works way better for them. But not for El Salvador, for example. When I scrolled through your Twitter feed, I saw you posting the following quote: "This space should evolve from capture the value to share the value. Hashtag Cosmos fixes this." Can you tell me what you mean with capture the value and share the value?
Yeah, basically, right now you have all this mindset on crypto, which is the maximalism, which is Bitcoin will win and everything will die. Ethereum will win and everything will die. Avalanche will win and everything will die.
Yeah.
It's just the most dumbest things I ever see in my life, probably. Because doesn't work even in real life. You don't will win and everything will die. You don't have China will win and everything will die. You always have everything together. They try to find a balance. Sometimes the balance go broke and start a war economy like right now. But you don't have never in life one winner and that's it. And this is apply also to crypto. And the biggest mistake that are doing right now all the VC are believing this thing of capturing the value in one blockchain. So Ethereum and most of layer one, it is actually designed to capture value because everything is built on top. So by nature, it is a capturing value system, because if you build everything on top of that layer, of course, the layer capture all the value. In fact, if you see the value of Uniswap compared to Ethereum, the value of Maker compared to Ethereum, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Basically, Ethereum takes everything and gives you really what's left, basically. So if someone want actually build an app that can be above Ethereum, that's impossible. It's not going to happen, because Ethereum will always capture more value, because if the app very valuable is on Ethereum, Ethereum will have more value. So the system, like is seen right now, is about capture value. What Cosmos is doing is share the value, because if you see how this the you have basically app chain in the Cosmos ecosystem that have been more valuable than Cosmos itself, and even layer one or blockchain. I mean, Terra Luna, it's built with Cosmos Stack, have been more valuable than Cosmos. So we can see Terra Luna like an app chain, because it actually had a product mainly, which was UST. They had also an ecosystem, but basically they started with UST with a specific product.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see that actually Cosmos have been sharing the value, because they didn't capture the value of an app chain in the ecosystem. They basically totally shared it, and that blockchain, that app chain, was more valuable than Cosmos itself.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how it should work, because if it will just kill its own ecosystem.
Yeah.
Instead, you have Cosmos that every blockchain built on Cosmos doesn't have Cosmos that capture all the value, but they share it the value. They can grow organically over time and even grow more than Cosmos. And this is something that, of course, will not be killed by interchain security, because people can think, okay, you said that Cosmos have to share the value, but now we have interchain security that will capture the value.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not completely correct, because interchain security actually is still a share value system, because interchain security will actually helps other blockchain more than capturing value for Atom. Because yes, Atom will probably pump a lot, because in the moment stakers will start to get a lot of tokens from many blockchain, it will generate FOMO, and inevitably Cosmos will rise in market cap, because also if you have to provide security, you have to be on a valuable blockchain. And Ethan at Consensus spoke about this, and also to build a more valuable system for Cosmos, like a deflectionary system to actually make the token less in circulation.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, the concept is that when a blockchain join interchain security, they actually, because what gets a blockchain with the Cosmos interchain security, they basically remove the biggest expense that they have, because when you have to start your own validator set as a blockchain, it's an absolute pain. It's super expensive, and it will be expensive basically forever, because that validator set will keep sucking value from your chain, because validator have to sell. I know there is a lot of discussion. Validator should sell. That's that's not how it works, because validator have to pay their expenses, and it's better that they sell their revenue during a bull market, because have a less impact on the price. But the point is that validator will always sell. So you have all this selling pressure on top of your blockchain that will basically vanish, because your token are not going to go to your validator set. They are going to go to the Cosmos one, to the Cosmos sub, that will have a lot of different chain. So you already have validator that will probably don't sell, will sell everything, and same for delegators, because they will probably wanted to be contributor and participant in new systems. And at the same time, you will have a very, very low inflation. So, for example, if Osmosis will currently have around 100% inflation, or SIF chain or Stargates, this is happening because basically they need to need people to stake to have a secure chain, and they need to do an IGAPR because their products actually work with IGAPR. So they need to do for staking an higher one. So people actually secure the blockchain and is motivated to secure the blockchain. While if they use interchain security, they will not have any more 100% APR, but they will probably have maybe 25% in the beginning, because everything depends on how many blockchain Cosmos will have. Because for saying, if Cosmos Hub will have 100, even chain pay Cosmos 1% in APR, that's enough to make all the Cosmos Hub validators sustainable, more than enough, because they will get basically 100% IPR revenue that's way more higher than the current one, which is 18%. Interchain security actually will capture the value, but it's not Atom what will gain the most, actually. It's other blockchain and all the Cosmos ecosystem that will share this big value of removing their own validator sets, and so removing their biggest expenses and their biggest point of inflation and the biggest selling pressure that they have. Instead, they will focus on their own product and on the utility of the token. Imagine if Cosmos will not have that 100% APR for staking, but they can use that funds to push even more the DEX.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
Yeah. It is. It is.
So this is shared in value in Cosmos.
So personally, I'm also very excited about interchain security. This would be the next topic I would have been talking with you about. I saw it you shilling a lot on your Twitter account. And people have to keep in mind that this is open technology. So other chains, like Juno, for example, can share their validator sets too. So what I'm seeing a little bit in the future is not only having Atom all the chains, so all the baby chains, but the formation of what I call is clusters. So right now we have, if we stay in this context of the universe, we have a lot of stars, but they're just star here, star there, just stars. But with interchain security, I think we can form some kind of star clusters. Let's say we have Osmosis, and under Osmosis are a couple of DeFi applications, And then there's Juno, with the Juno ecosystem in their own chains. And Atom, which hosts some kind of public good services. And then and Terra, of course. And then you already have 4 star clusters in the Cosmos ecosystem.
And that's a good observation, and it is totally true that everything in Cosmos is open source, so everyone can use that tech. And it will happen. It will happen for sure that some project will integrate interchain security, and I think this is positive overall, because it fits the argument of sharing the value even more.
Yeah.
And this doesn't mean that it's bearish for Cosmos Hub and Atom, because they will probably just be the top class security in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
So you will have the chain that probably can't reach Cosmos and will reach another option. Like in real life, if you have to put your money in the bank, which is an horrible thing, as we know.
Yeah.
You have a lot of banks, and there are banks that are more secure than other banks. That's how it works even in real life, basically. And this will be probably the same with Cosmos, and with also the difference that being Cosmos having the core team that is developing interchain security will always have a feature ahead of the competition, because you see that now in August they will launch Boo 1, but they are already working on Boo 3. Not even Boo 2, they are already working on Boo 3. Mm-hmm. And so they will be always the first to deliver, so of course, because they made this tech. So Cosmos Hub will definitely be the leading chain for interchain security. I have no doubt on that, but that will develop their own ecosystem with interchain security, and maybe even specific ecosystem, which is the beauty of Cosmos. If you pick up a chain like Omniflix, for example, they are basically a media chain. they can build a system with interchain security for a media chain. So you have like this micro ecosystem of media all connected.
Yeah.
Then you have I don't know, Stargates that have this micro ecosystem of marketplace all connected.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
now tell me how you don't see Cosmos being the future of financial system, because this is basically a financial system itself, completely sustainable, connected, and it works.
I think it's even more than just a financial system. I think
Yeah, it's a
Cosmos
new thing.
allows
I mean,
local communities to coordinate and govern their efforts um, in whatever way they see fit. They can, a
yeah, yeah,
local community of
absolutely.
like minded people can create their own chain, create their own chain cluster, and do whatever they like. They're not restricted by any boundaries like if you're getting placed on by Ethereum. They're free. And I think this is one of the greatest strengths. And I could see whole companies and very large number of people organizing themselves in this decentralized government structure
Yeah,
in the long term,
yeah.
talking decades.
This is basically when Ethan speak about coffee and cooperative finance, which is something that is still a bit far away from my understanding, because the problem when you see Ethan and Jai is that they are ahead of your thinking. So I still have to understand that part. But it's amazing how you have people in Cosmos that are so ahead of time, and when the time reached them, they are already 10 years ahead of thinking. Which is why also I'm very bullish on Cosmos for the people that are in Cosmos, which is probably the best builder that we have in this space.
I agree. I think so. It's always being a builder myself. It's hard to say that, but I think they're very capable people across the whole interchain. And personally, I'm very excited to be working with them together, so I can share
Yeah,
your excitement personally.
I mean, you have a Jai that have thought about this system of Cosmos when POS just started.
Yeah,
It's crazy if you think about it.
yeah, it is.
Now you have now you have other builders of other ecosystem that like Vitalik that start to think about interoperability and he even said in the recent post basically he spelled IBC without saying IBC,
Yeah,
which shows how underrated are Cosmos builders compared with something like Vitalik that is basically glorified as the god of crypto, which is a bit unfair with the people that we have in Cosmos that are actually making something that is way better. But that's also the problem with human as a society, because they tend to choose a person that is like men,
like Do
like
Kwon or Vitalik.
yeah, exactly. And this is why Cosmos is amazing, because if you see something like the ecosystem and a man, you can find it, because that's how it works, sharing the value, and that's how it should work IBC. So basically, the system is working like intended, but it will take more time for that, because you don't have a person to follow, and this is confuse people, and it make probably the market share more slow to build. But the point is that when someone join Cosmos, he doesn't leave. So slowly we are going to grow, but we are going to grow, and we will keep that grow and value, while other ecosystem will probably just kill himself for that reason, like it happened with Luna that grow an insane, and it's basically all gone.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of Terra, I don't want to go over the crash, but let's think a little bit more about the implications of the crash. I mean,
Yeah,
Terra was the biggest star in the cosmos. They were shining the brightest. They had the biggest market cap by far, and now it's basically zero. And Terra 2.0 is, I don't want to say dead on arrival. That wouldn't be fair, but
yeah,
the sentiment is very negative, understandably. But how do you see the Terra crash affecting the Cosmos ecosystem? What do you think? What have you been observing after the crash, and what will you think will happen in the coming months?
Well, as always, the media like to say that nothing is built on Cosmos, something it's a Ponzi.
Mm.
because you see, there is BNB built on Cosmos, there is Crop built on Cosmos, and no one is talking about. Actually, I should say built with Cosmos,
Yeah.
because a lot of people says built on Cosmos, which means built on top, which is not true. It's built with,
You're
which is the tech.
fully
It's built with
correct.
that tech.
The correct
Yeah.
termination would be was built or was part of the Cosmos built with the Cosmos stack, basically.
Yeah, exactly, with Cosmos SDK or entanglement.
Yeah.
And so you of course have the media that, as always, doesn't understand the things, because so I know it works that word, and it's just okay. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when something bad, it's Cosmos, of course. So the media impact was bad on this issue, because no one covered the fact that Luna was his own blockchain, and actually on a tech level didn't affect IBC. IBC didn't got annihilated, but the transaction, they actually held all the transaction, relayers worked in not still big as we are aim, but they held it. So that's of course bullish on the tech level and on IBC level, but the impact of Luna was mainly on cosmonauts and builders, because probably a lot of them had funds on Luna and UST. So we lost a lot of probably development funds on some chain, and also by the deep funds. Absolutely, we lost by the deep funds. And even myself, for example, I have never been invested in Luna, because I always thought this is not going to work. And in the moment we attack to that peg, it's done, it's gone forever, because you just need more money to kill the project. It's so simple to understand. You just need more money and the project is killed. And because blockchain is transparent, you also know how many funds you need to kill the project. So it's pure insanity if you see like this investing in Luna. Because you basically have a weak point, and everyone can see that weak point. It's really that simple. So I never touched Luna, but unfortunately I also touched the most liquid stablecoin in Osmosis and other dexes.
Yeah.
So basically, if you keep some in stable, UST was the first target. Lucky for me, I had mostly in the Eur because I didn't trust the Luna, as I said. But I had a few on UST, but as soon as I see the DPEG, I quickly jumped out. And to be honest, I literally bought that UST to buy Evmos. Because basically, I usually have a very, very low part of my portfolio in stables. It's like not even the 5% usually. And because I just like to move to other blockchain and products instead of being in stable coins, just because stable coins actually represent that fiat that I don't want to be in there. So I feel more danger, I feel more unsecure on stables that on crypto on blockchains. And problem was that there was Evmos coming on Osmosis. It was expected that coming. So I had that basically that UST sitting there to buy Evmos that was never coming. And then it started all the UST issue, and I jumped at that loss out, and instead went into Atom. So I didn't buy Evmos in the end. I mean, of Atom.
Yeah.
but yeah, that just shows that even people like me that didn't believe it in Luna, they have been forced to use US. One of the main issues, because as a DEX, and I speak for all the DEX in Cosmos, you can't invest everything on one stable.
Yeah.
Because it's just a point of failure, and we have seen the consequence. we see the DEX probably of Cosmos have been the biggest loser of this UST debacle. And I mean, Eur was an option, but there wasn't enough liquidity to trade. Because if you wanted to make an investment around 10K, you just lose it a lot from slippage because there isn't much liquidity. So UST was the only option, and cosmonauts have been, of course, took the hit mostly because that was our only option to make some buy, and probably I should use USDC on SIF chain because they have a lot of liquidity there for USDC. But I kind of felt okay. It's only a week. I need to buy Evmos, and then this USD are done, and and it didn't end well. But that's my fault.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to think that one of the most painful lessons the past months was diversify your stable coins. I didn't expect that, to be honest. But yeah, it holds
Because
true for individuals and exchanges alike. Don't put your eggs in one basket.
That's totally true.
Is there anything else? I think we're almost finishing the hour here. Anything else you want to share with the Cosmos community, with the listeners?
Yeah, sure. I think that the moment it's not easy for everyone. Myself, I have big losses, even if I have been accumulating atom during the dip. But I'm actually not pissed with myself. I should have done a better strategy, of course, but I don't like to take a lot of profit on stables. So I'm not really mad of myself because if we are here for the Cosmos vision, we should be pretty confident right now because we also have the advantage of being staked and keep earning while everyone else on checks are just holding their tokens and losing it because Cosmos built this staking economy that actually make contributors, users, and participants of the network more valuable than the traders. So right now, I think that the tech is there, and security coming. We can be confident that the future is bright. And the system right now, the economy, it's clearly in a very bad situation. And this doesn't mean that the US dollar is safe because everyone is escaping risk asset to jump on the US dollar. But this doesn't mean that now we have the perception that the US dollar is safe. But sooner or later, people will escape the US dollar because inflation. So it's just a cycle, and it's just a jump from one thing to another that many do for this the market shakes. But people that is confident in the tech in the long term and it in Cosmos because they see this vision, they understand the vision. I believe there is nothing to worry, and even if the USD value keep going down, this doesn't mean that we are done. We just have to wait and have patience, because patience is actually probably the biggest and most important things that we should have right now, because no one can predict the future, no one can predict how all this situation will evolve. So I believe that Cosmos will just have to done what they've done so far. So believe in Cosmos, in the vision, support it, raise awareness. Myself, I am pushing even more right now in the bear market than in the bull market, because I now want that people join Cosmos, because if they join now, they are probably not going to be wrecked long term. While if they join in a bull market, of course they they are going to have more losses than if they join now. So this is the time to join Cosmos. This is the time to build and expand the community. So there is a lot of bad sentiment, but I will say let's go back to the good sentiment, to the and help newcomers to join this community and be friendly with them. And this is how Cosmos have been thriving over the years, and we have to keep doing this, because this is a community grow and expand and build something important for the future, not only of crypto, but the humanity itself.
Rob, thank you very much. I
Yeah.
think you said many thought-provoking things, and I'm very happy that I had the honor to have you here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.